Hello everyone, this is Joseph Rivera with Beyond the Classroom, Week 7, our dairy farm inventory. As you can see, this is the final product from what we started with, but I'll go through step by step what they asked of us so I can show you how I got to this point. We started off with like a hundred some odd lines of data, and they wanted you to turn that into a table. So what you needed to do was highlight all of the data, then go to the Insert tab, insert a table, and it'll create a table for you. Once that was done, they wanted you to then have a table design, which you would find right here in the Design tab. I picked the one that was more closely mirroring the title bar right here, and that was this one right here, Green Table Style Medium 14, and chose that one. Next thing it wanted you to do was name your table. As you can see, I named it Inventory. And then the next step they wanted you to do was freeze the rows above line 6, line 6. So in order to do that, you had to go to the View tab where it says Freeze Panes. Right here on this tab where it says Unfreeze Panes, that's where you would find freeze panes. But what actually does is it freezes all of the panes above the line that you have highlighted. If I were to pick freeze top row, the only line that would be frozen would be my title right here. But with the panes above row 6 frozen, what happens is when I scroll down, those remain visible. So that if I was scrolling through data and the data actually went past those lines, I would still be able to see the title of the data that I'm looking at, which is actually very convenient when you're sorting through a lot of data. Next thing I needed to do was create a rule that said that any item older than 30 days would then be highlighted. So you go to conditional formatting. Of course, when you're first creating the rule, you go to new rule because it's not actually available, so you're creating a new rule. I already created the rule, so it's available already. Show you in the edit, this is the rule, which is why these lines are highlighted. Just stating that any item older than 30 days from July 1st will be highlighted in this yellowish orange highlight color. Okay, get out of that. The next thing that it asks you to do is to sort the table by the color. So go here, custom sort. As you can see, it's already done. Sorted the item line by the cell color, which is this color, and the department line A through Z, so that all of my items right here would be visible in alphabetical order. And the next thing I needed to do was create an if statement in column E, which is what you see right here. Remember, you go here to create your if statements. So this is just saying if my package date is greater than or equal to 30 days from this date right here, to discard them. All the other ones, of course, will not have a name in it because those are still fresh. So these are the 10 items that got selected from that statement. And the way how you get to this point to know that you got 10 items, when you're in your Design tab, right here you click Total Row, and this is the total that is in this row after I sorted them. So I sorted them by discard, the ones that I'm going to discard right here. So all the blanks I took out, and I left a check mark in the discard box. Therefore, that data will be the only one displayed. And when I did the total in row, this is the number that it got me to. And of course, when you go to your page layout to do your sheet information, these are my rows that I wanted to repeat. Show up in my printout. As you can see, this is my custom footer, which will show up when I'm printing this out. I do use Excel at work to create like data for the month and sometimes for the year, just to show our patient population and how many of them come in. And this was actually a very great way this week of learning how to actually sort through that data and actually place it. So whatever is most important, the things that I'm actually looking for, I can actually use a conditional formatting tool to make that information prominent, highlight it without having to go line by line and highlighting each one. So I found that to be a very convenient lesson this week, and something that I can actually use for work, and it'll make things a lot easier. Thank you, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.